Okay. Seek a way out. Sounds good. Let's go for another room here and figure out a way to get out of this room. Okay, so that's what we're here right now. We need to go through the double door with the scanner in it. Alright, we're in the kitchen right now. Let's go and investigate this place a little bit more. Voucher, it says appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F. 9, 10, A, F. A9, M10, SA, SF. Partition. There's nothing special about it. Those 9 plates look pretty expensive. The plates for appetizers. And remember, appetizers usually come on square plates. Okay, well excuse me, princess. Really? 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 Wow, what a reference. What a reference. I think it's like a 90s reference. 1, 2, 3, there are 10 of them. If you flip this over, they look like hats. The middle is super deep for plate. The soup plates. They're made that way so you can so the soup doesn't spill. If you ever get out of here, you should treat yourself to a nice dinner out. It makes you think a poor college student has the money to do something like that. Oh, I know the pain. I think there are 15 of these plates. I'm assuming they are for seafood. How the hell can you tell that? Look just like any other plate from a 99-cent store. If you ever take a lady out to dinner, you're going to embarrass yourself. I feel sorry for June. Why the hell are you bringing up June? Lady doth protest too much, methinks. You're not terrible subtle. I like Lotus. I like Lotus. She is the wingman for June and Junpei. Let's read this again here. Okay, appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F. So appetizer has to be with 9, meat dish has to be with 10, soup has to be on the A side, and seafood dish on F. So I guess the other one's gonna be meat dish plate here. There's a bunch of little wavy ridges on this plate. Most plates are for serving meat. You really are ignorant, aren't you? Come on, it's not like I need to know this crap. Jeez. Well then, alright, we're gonna have to figure out where they go to. Probably has something to do with this over here. I don't know. It's a partition, never mind. What's at the wall? It's one of those swinging doors. You see them a lot in between kitchens and dining areas and restaurants. Without this door, you need to run all the way around the partition to get to the other side. That'd be really a pain in the ass, huh? Well, I guess it's not really important, but still. Okay, we'll go investigate here. Wow. This pot looks like it's made out of silver. I've been drinking tea from this pot would be really yummy. Spending a day off with June, drinking tea. Could such a day ever happen for me? Jumpy? Oh, nothing. We don't really need the hot water, so we should be moving on. Well then, maybe we'll see if we can make it happen sometime. Okay, man, what about through this door? Oh. Hello. What can we find here, if anything? There's so much stuff in here. A whole lot of cans. This is probably a pantry. What is this here?
A rusty knife? I don't think we'll be able to use it while it's like this.
The knife seems important, Junpei thought, but it wasn't going to be much use the way it was.
It's futile.
Futile?
You know, a waste, useless, pointless.
Oh. Any particular reason you wanted to bring that up?
Oh, no reason really. I was just thinking about futility.
Huh?
She wasn't making much sense. Junpei tried rephrasing his question.
Why were you thinking about futility?
At last, she answered.
Well, it has something to do with the Titanic.
The Titanic?
Yep. Have you ever heard the story that the sinking of the Titanic was predicted?
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't. What is it?
In 1892, 14 years before the Titanic sank, a novel was published. It was called Futility. It was written by an American novelist named Morgan Robertson. The story was about a big cruise ship colliding with an iceberg and sinking. Of course, if that was the only similarity, there wouldn't be any reason to mention it. It wasn't, though. the name of the ship, its nationality, course, departure time, size, displacement, maximum speed, number of passengers and crew, the number of lifeboats, even the location of the accident itself, and the cause and the location of the damage. Everything matches the Titanic almost exactly.
Is this for real?
It was almost as if he'd seen the whole thing happen. But this book was written 14 years before the Titanic sank. But that's not all. It wasn't just futility that predicted the sinking of the Titanic. There were 2 other similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead. Both of them before the accident. One in 1886 and one in 1892. Stead wrote 2 stories that had striking similarities to the Titanic disaster. In one, 2 ships collided. Many of the passengers died because there weren't enough lifeboats. In the other, a ship collided with an iceberg and sank.
Huh.
I don't know. I mean, I'll give you that it seems a little weird, but
It is a little
I'm
weird.
pretty sure it wasn't too uncommon for ships to hit icebergs back in the day, or even other ships.
Right, I knew you'd say that.
Hmm?
But what if Stead had some sort of special powers? To be more specific, what if he had the ability to do automatic writing?
What? Automatic writing? Wait, are you talking about when someone's possessed by a spirit and then they write a bunch of stuff without knowing what they're writing?
Yes,
What do you mean, yes? That stuff's a load of bull.
but Junpei, you said you believe in curses.
Come on, that's totally different. Okay, let's say, hypothetically, that automatic writing isn't a total load.
Note that she remembered that we said that we do believe in curses. Oh god, I hope there's not a social game to this. Oh god, I hope there's not a social game to this. I hope that doesn't impact the ending to this game. I know this game has multiple endings apparently. Multiple endings, which will be unlocking all of them, I promise you that. But that is... Oh, it's actually really good. Oh my lord. It's kind of an old-ish game, so I mean... It's interesting that I never got to play this up until now. I'm actually very fascinated. Anyway, go on about the automatic writing.
These guys still couldn't have predicted the sinking of the Titanic. When this Stead dude wrote his thing, nobody had died on the Titanic yet. So if automatic writing is about being possessed by dead people, who the hell possessed him so he could write that stuff?
That's not it.
What's not it?
Stead wasn't possessed by a spirit. He was doing the possessing.
Oh. What are you smoking?
William Thomas Stead was a passenger on the Titanic.
Oh,
He just wrote down what he saw with his own eyes 20 years before it happened.
huh. He decided it was probably best to say nothing. What June was saying was insane, utterly absurd. If we try to take what he was saying seriously, he'd go mad. Junpei smiled uncomfortably.
Why don't we talk about this some other time, okay?
Huh? But
Her voice trailed off, and she glanced at the floor, troubled.
Come on, let's get back to it.
Junpei tapped June gently on the shoulder and awkwardly reached around her to pick up the knife from the box. Rusty knife. Interesting. We probably should have said yeah. We probably should, just to make sure it's not as awkward, we should probably just say yes to whatever the girl is saying. I don't know. Anyway, let's look up what else is over here. A can's lining every shelf in here. Wooden box on the second row, though. What's this? Something behind the cheese here. Hey, there's something behind the cheese. You're right. Why don't you move some of the cheese? Alright, guys, time to move it. June and I need to look behind you. Wow. There's a little green bottle back there. Bottle of oil. I wonder if we combine that together with a knife. We do not. Okay, never mind. Not gonna worry about it then. Nothing back here, at least I don't think so. There's milk in here. Milk in an iron barrel. Judging by the rust, it's probably really old. Maybe we shouldn't open it up. I don't think it'd be pretty sight. Probably wouldn't be. Nope, nothing around here. I think we pretty much got everything. Looks like some kind of a large tin container. Well, it's empty. Don't think there's anything else for us to investigate. Not light, nope, nothing here. What can we investigate here? Board? It's a lot of notes. They got a bunch of stuff written on them, but it doesn't look like a code or anything like that. Never mind then. It's a tank with a pipe coming out of it. Nothing really that special about it. Hey Santa, could you open that door please? What the hell? There's no way I could open that thing. Guess you're getting it to the age where your eyes start to go, huh? Damn, Jesus. Okay, no, be nice to the lady. You better watch your mouth, boy. Someone would live long enough to see that door opened. Damn. This has got the two of them on edge. We gotta get out of here fast. Okay, what else can we investigate here? Tools? Countertop. We got a rolling pin and a colander. Nothing useful in other words. What's a colander? It's kind of far away. I can't really tell, but is that a ladle? I don't really think a ladle is going to be very useful. Never mind. Let's see, what else can we investigate here? Nothing really on this side. What about that door over there? This bolt is rusted in place. Won't budge. Of course. Maybe if I put some oil on it. Oh, hey. Just a little bit of oil and... Come on. Come on, you little son of a bitch. Whoa. Yes, got you, little bastard. You did it, Junpei. You're so smart. Thanks, June. Let's go. Ooh, that's cold. As Junpei walked into the room, a blast of cold air washed over him. Almost instinctively, he folded his arms tight across his chest, doing what he could to conserve body heat.
Oh, it's cold in here. What is this place?
Are you blind? It's a freezer.
Santa's teeth had already begun to chatter. Hardly surprising. The freezer was far too cold for someone dressed as he was. Lotus, however, was in an even worse situation.
Oh, no way. That's way too cold for me. I'll freeze solid in seconds. Sorry, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass on this one. I'm going to leave the rest to you.
And with that, she ran out of the room. As Lotus left, June came in.
Oh, whoa. It's really cold in here.
White puffs of steam hovered in front of their faces as they talked. June had already started to shiver.
Hey, you don't need to be in here. You had a fever just a little bit ago. You should stay outside. We got this.
Yeah, I'd say it's better for her to not be frozen solid here.
No, I'm fine. My fever's gone now.
But...
Junpei had scarcely opened his mouth.
Huh?
When the thunderous sound of metal upon metal rang out from behind them. In unison, they spun around to find that the door they had only recently come through was closed. Junpei rushed to the door.
No! Why did it suddenly close?
Desperately, he grabbed hold of the doorknob.
Ah!
It was cold beyond cold. Merely touching it was painful.
The knob's frozen!
But why?
They quickly deluded that the pipe next to the door had ruptured.
It looks like the pipe next to it broke, and...
Water released by the rupture had hit the door and frozen instantly. Santa shoved Junpei aside and pounded against the door.
Hey, Lotus! You're out there, right? Open the door!
She wasted no time in responding.
What do you want? What's going on?
The door won't open! Try opening it from that side, please!
Oh, fine. If you say so. Hold on.
Soon they could hear Lotus on the other side of the door. Then the grunting ceased, and they could hear a light panting, as if from exertion.
It's no use. It won't budge. You've got more people in there. You figure it out.
Well then, guess we can't rely on Lotus then.
Oh.
God damn it.
Sana was shaking like a newborn deer. June was hugging herself and was shivering violently. Even Junpei, with the heaviest clothes of any of them, was clearly feeling the cold. With every breath it took, they could feel the cold working their way deeper and deeper into the bodies.
Anyway, let's find a way out. If we don't get moving, we're gonna be permanent residents.
Two heads are better than none. I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just take a good look around this room, okay?
Hopefully this is not going to be a timed instance.
Right.
They pushed in close to one another and began to search. Okay, let's see what we got here. Lock here. What can we find in here? Dry ice. Oh, I wonder if you can combine those two together. We do not, okay. Junpei picked up the dry ice with his sleeves as to avoid burning himself.
Dry ice is just frozen carbon dioxide, right?
Yeah, it is.
I wonder how warm it has to get for it to turn back into gas again.
Room temperature, I think.
Hell if I know. How is that gonna help us anyway?
Oh, well, I figured we might be able to use it to get out of here.
They were about to move on when June spoke up.
Carbon dioxide sublimation point is negative 109 degrees. Any warmer than that, and it'll turn into gas. Any lower, and it becomes a solid.
Junpei looked at her, dumbfounded.
Oh, how do you know that?
Despite my looks, I'm the the queen of random knowledge.
Clean. Queen of random knowledge. I'm liking June even more.
Looks bad to mess up when you're showing off. Oh, you're so cold your mouth's going numb?
Yes, that's right.
You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you?
June giggled and did her best to hide her guilt. At least she was still feeling good enough to joke around. Junpei told himself.
Come on, guys. Don't you think that's kind of weird? I wonder why it doesn't turn into a liquid first.
Sana was now shivering at the astounding rate, but his curiosity seemed unaffected. Junpei wanted out of the freezer now. It did seem rather odd. It did seem rather odd a little bit. He went out of the freezer now, but I guess it did seem rather odd. Which probably should get out of the freezer. But I guess it did seem rather odd. We'll say that.
It is kind of weird.
June answered.
But it can turn into a liquid. Carbon dioxide turns to liquid if you put it under high enough pressure. But at 1 atmosphere, normal air pressure...
It won't turn into a liquid, right?
That's right. Instead of melting, it'll do what's called sublimating and change immediately from a solid state to a gaseous one.
I actually kind of learned that back in the day, back in high school.
See, that is weird. Water's a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees. So why isn't that the case for carbon dioxide?
June replied with an answer that stunned both of them.
There's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees.
Huh?
I heard about it. Its melting point is 96 degrees.
Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees?
You mean there's water that freezes at 96 degrees?
Yeah, well, you could also look at it as ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees.
What if the freezes at 96 degrees? Ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees. Junpei was cold as hell, but this was too interesting to ignore. He did his best to warm up by rubbing his arms and stamping his feet, but put the question to June.
So what's this ice with a melting point of 96 degrees called?
I heard it's called Ice 9.
Ice 9?
The 9s! Oh, okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. I'm noticing a pattern here of the 9s. I'm guessing we're going to be seeing that experience and that throughout the entire game here.
Originally, Ice 9 was a made-up substance invented by a science fiction author. But recently, scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists.
Wait, hold up. So is this thing called Ice 9, or is it water?
Like I said, if the ice is over 96 degrees, it'll be liquid. If it's under that, it'll solidify. So you could think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Here, think of it like diamonds and graphite. They're both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure of the crystallization, the hardness and structure are completely different.
So you're saying normal water and this Ice 9 are like that?
Yup.
She wasn't finished.
Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin? For 150 years after the discovery of glycerin, people cooled it, warmed it. They did all sorts of things to it. But whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920, some glycerin on its way to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the trip. Scientists around the world wanted to research this new crystallized form of glycerin and asked for seeds. Oh, a seed is a sample of the original crystallized substance. With a seed crystal, further crystallization of glycerin would be easy. However, something very strange happened. Not only did the glycerin encouraged by seed crystals begin to crystallize, even the samples nearby did, even though they were tightly sealed. And it didn't end there. After that day, it doesn't matter where in the world it is, all glycerin crystallizes naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees. Before that day, no matter how glycerin was cooled, it refused to crystallize. But once the crystallization had begun, it was almost like, how do I put it?
Almost like an infection spreading in a way.
It was almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating. Communicating in some way that we can't sense. And now it's happening everywhere.
Junpei. So honestly impressed. Was kind of honestly, I'm very me, and I hope Junpei as well. Honestly, I'm very impressed. That is fascinating. Was honestly impressed. It was in fact a pretty interesting story.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. But, what does that have to do with Ice 9?
To her surprise, it was Santa and not June who answered.
What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean.
A lot like? Oh, that would be bad. If water everywhere started freezing at 96 degrees, man.
It'd be the end of the world.
Junpei felt that Santa might not be treating the idea of the end of the world with the proper concern.
At any rate, we're not gonna have to worry about the end of the world unless we can get out of here pretty damn quick.
Yeah, I realize we're actually just talking about all this scientific stuff. It's actually really fascinating, but at the same time, we are getting frozen solid. He was right. Junpei shivered.
Alright guys, I think that's enough of that. I didn't think we'd get quite this far off topic. I mean, I know I'm kinda at fault here, but we can't be screwing around anymore. So seriously, I might go by the name Santa right now, but I didn't grow up in Iceland. I freaking hate the cold. So let's get cracking, alright? We gotta find a way out of here.
Santa stomped off, clearly doing his best to pretend the cold wasn't affecting him.
Selfish, isn't he?
Still, Santa was right. It was high time they got back to the search.
Ice 9 is interesting and all, but we can discuss it more once we get out of this freezer.
Junpei looked at June, nodded, and resumed to his search of the room. Oh yeah, I want to know a little bit more about the whole Ice 9 thing. That's actually really fascinating. Alright, anything on top here? Nothing on top. Below? We got some sturdy rope. Okay. It's a rope. Well, we could use it to attach something. Well, we could use it to attach to something else, I suppose. I guess we could. Oh, can we attach to our eyes together? No, we cannot. Okay, never mind. A water bottle. Water bottle. Yes, it is. Okay. There isn't anything else here that looks useful. Okay. There's some frozen meat up here. Looks like pork. Huh, what's this? Looks like a tag or something. Chunk of pork with a tag on it. Junpei. Junpei, is this slip of paper not meat? I think there's something written on here, but I can't read it like this. If we try and pull it out, it'll probably rip. You need to defrost that. Don't think we're gonna be doing that in this room. Okay, that's probably gonna be relative to the hint in the future here. Everything's frozen here. It doesn't look like there's anything else interesting. Okay, we need to figure out what else we can find out here, if anything at all. Anything in here again? Frozen chicken. Alright, that's good. We'll take that as well. It's really hard. It's frozen stiff. Oh, no, mind. That's June's voice. Hey, June, can you say that again? Huh? Say it again. It's really hard. Wow. Junpei, come on, man. Again. It's really hard. Thanks. Something wrong? Something wrong, Junpei? Your face is bright red. Nothing, I'm fine. I'm just being a pervert. If it's that hard, you could probably use that as a hammer. Yeah, good point. Yeah, good point. Maybe we can use it to break something. I wonder if you could use the chicken to break open the thing. Anything else in here? Nothing. Just fish. Okay, looks like that's about it. That's all we really need here. Let's go back to the door. There's water dripping from the pipe. Looks like when the pipe burst, the water hit the doorknob and froze it in place. The water actually seems almost warm. I wonder if you could use it for something. But ice, rusty knife, sturdy. Oh, I wonder if you could use it for rusty knife here with water. It's warm water flowing through the pipe. Maybe we could use frozen chicken with it. What a warm water flowing from the pipe. Dry ice? No, nothing. Still. Rope? Nope, nothing. Thin pipe. Hey, Junpei. Didn't you find some dry ice earlier? Yeah? There's warm water coming out from the pipe. Warm water and dry ice. What do you think would happen if you put that stuff in a sealed container together? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, so combine this with this. No, not. Never mind. Okay. Well, let's let's use the water, right? Let's just go ahead and use the water bottle on this. So water flowing from the pipe. Let's start about putting the dry ice into the water bottle. But the dry ice is too big. Well, you gotta figure out a way to make it smaller then, don't you, genius? Oh, don't we knife together with dry ice? No. Rope? No. Wait, hold on, rope? I don't know how to do it, honestly. I have no idea how to do it. Any more hints? And you crush the dry ice if I want to get into the bottle. Crush the dry ice. How does one crush the dry... Like I said, maybe it's a knife? No. What if you do this here? Oh, that's how you do it. Okay, we use the frozen solid chicken to crush the dry ice. There we go. All right, dry ice is all in pieces now, and then we put it into the bottle. I'm gonna put the pieces of dry ice into the water bottle. Water bottle with dry ice in it, and I wonder if we now use the dry ice to bash the door open. There's ice surrounding the doorknob. Oh, maybe we put the water in it. There's warm water flowing from the pipe. Nope. Not yet, Junpei. We're not gonna get the results if we want unless you can hook the bottle to the doorknob somehow. It's gotta explode right next to the ice on the doorknob. We need to figure out a way to attach the bottle to the doorknob. Rope, right? Ice around doorknob. To figure out how I'm gonna attach the water bottle to the doorknob. Oh, okay, we combine them. Okay, gotcha. And let's just tie a rope on here. There we go. Water bottle bomb. Not bad. Warm water dropped from the rupture pipe near the door.
Put water into the bottle with dry ice. And make sure the lid's closed. Now I just have to put this makeshift bomb on the doorknob. Alright, that's set. So, what do we do now?
We just need to give it a little, tap. The bottle's already about to pop. If we just throw a rock or something at it, it'll go off all on its own.
A small rock. Huh. A small rock.
Junpei looked down at the floor. Scattered across a piece of dry ice left over from the large chunk he'd crushed earlier.
Alright, this ought to do the trick.
He pulled his sleeve down over his hand to keep from getting burnt. Grabbed the chunk of dry ice.
Ah, some dry ice, huh? Not a bad idea.
It was a pretty good size. About as big as a pool ball.
Alright guys, stand back. Actually, we should probably hide somewhere.
Both Santa and June looked at him with new concern.
Where exactly do you expect us to hide, genius?
There isn't really anywhere big enough.
Yeah, there is. Look, right here. We can hide in there.
Junpei pulled open the door to the small cellar. Oh, like hiding like a bunker.
Come on, get inside, quick.
Santa and June nodded and jumped down into the hole. June quickly followed. In his hand, he could feel the chill of the frozen carbon dioxide even through his sleeve. He tightened his grip, took aim, and prepared to throw.
All right, here I go. 3, 4, 5.
3,
You're
4,
counting
5?
the wrong way.
That is the wrong way to count.
Oh, oops.
Wow.
That is a really sad excuse for a joke, man.
Wow.
Sorry, dude. All right, for real this time. You guys ready?
Yes, whenever you're ready.
Just throw the damn thing.
All right, here I go. 3, 2, 1.
Junpei threw the chunk of dry ice as hard as he could. With the same notion, he dug down to the cellar with Santa and June, just as... Oh, damn! Looks like it worked. Junpei leapt out of the cellar and ran to the door.
Jumpy! The ice on the door! Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
The blast must have shattered it.
Yes! All right, let's see if it opens.
Junpei grabbed the doorknob and pushed with all his might. Oh, the door gave way easily, and all three of them tumbled out of the freezer at once.
Hooray! We're out!
June, relieved, collapsed onto the floor.
Move!
Santa shoved past Junpei and ran straight to the grill, which he immediately grabbed.
Oh, god damn it! Hot, 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 hot! Fuck!
He proceeded to kick the grill in a futile but amusing fit of rage.
Well, you did just grab the grill. What did you think would happen? Hey, where's Lotus?
It took Junpei only a moment to find her. She was sitting on a counter, idly scratching her chest.
Welcome back. I was starting to get tired of waiting for you guys.
Thanks, Lotus. Thanks for nothing. With a great yawn, Lotus lowered herself off the counter. Junpei clenched his teeth and walked towards her.
What were you doing?
What do you mean, what was I doing? I was waiting.
We were gonna die!
Oh, yeah? But you didn't. So everything worked out all right, didn't it?
But what the hell?
Just kidding. It might not look like it, but I was really worried.
Oh, don't give me that crap.
I'm telling the truth. I mean, if you died, then I'd be in trouble too. If you died, then I'd be stuck here, and I'd die too. See?
She does look too worried, but whatever, we'll take a word for it.
I did all I could. I even looked around to see if there was anything I could use to pry open the door. But I couldn't find anything. So, all I could do was wait. I mean, what else did you want me to do? Call the cops?
It was true that there weren't much else she could have done, but something about her tone. Junpei gritted his teeth.
Fine. But there's one thing I have to ask you.
What's that?
You didn't close the door, did you?
Wait, what? You think I closed the door on you? Why would I do something like that? It closed on its own. I told you before, if you die, then I die too.
Yeah, I guess so.
It seemed that an accident was the only explanation for the door's closure.
If she had really wanted to kill us, all she had to do was bar the door from the outside. But she didn't. Well, she didn't do anything. She's only lazy, or negligent at least, not an attempted murderer.
Junpei swallowed his anger and did his best to apologize.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Yeah, we shouldn't be, making enemies in this kind of situation. It's a very high-stress situation. The last thing we want to do is get on people's bad side and start just being angry and emotional at each other.
Hmm? Oh, yes, well that's all right. As long as you understand.
Thank you for your forgiveness. Lotus looked away and twirled her hair between her fingertips. Her vengeance against the gorilla complete. His vengeance against the gorilla complete. Santa swaggered back toward Junpei and Lotus.
Hey, no more screwing around, you two.
I love how I'd use the number 2.
Break time's over. Especially for you, lady. You've just been sitting on that fat ass of yours while we were freezing to death.
How rude! I was plenty busy.
Yeah. How about you put all that energy into something besides bitching? Let's go.
Jeez, Santa got a mouth at him. Good lord, calm down, buddy. Good lord. What was she supposed to do? Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's check on this. The plates. Nothing on the plates? Oh, a stove. We could actually investigate that. Trash can. There's nothing inside of it. Well, better than being full of rotten food, I suppose. Trying to mimic Santa's voice is going to be really difficult. Trying to get his arrogant attitude is going to be kind of difficult to mimic. Oh, a countertop. There's a rolling pin and colander there. Nothing useful. He knows what colander is? Yes, I guess so. Damn it, there's nothing in here. Hey Santa, digging through a trash really suits you. What the hell did you say? Listen, lady, I did you a favor, and you just piss and moaned, so I did it for you. Oh my, I don't recall asking you to do anything. I'll throttle you. Squeeze me. Oh, it's her saying that. Squeeze me. Wow, does it feel cold in here? A little bit. I mean, we did just leave the freezer and everything. The grill. Junpei, you could probably heat stuff up here now, you know? Huh? Oh yeah, it's a good idea. A chunk of pork. Guess I'll put this meat on the grill. Hey, what are you doing? What are you going to do if the paper burns? Come on, it'll be fine. I mean, it's not like it's gonna burn right away, right? We just gotta keep an eye on it, and the paper will be fine. Well, they can argue all they want. I'm gonna keep an eye on this pork. Cool, looks like it's about time. I'm gonna try taking the paper out. Junpei, be careful. Sweet of her to care, but I know what I'm... Ouch! See? I told you. She did say she told us. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Hurry up and take the paper out. It's not coming out. This thing's frozen stiff. I can't get it out. So are we gonna have to cut the meat? Yeah, it looks that way. We don't have the knife. The knife, I don't think we should be using the knife for this. Gotta cut open the meat to get the paper. I should be able to use this knife to cut it. It's not working. This knife is too dull. Well, that's probably because it's so rusty. If you had something you could sharpen the knife with. Well, we have nothing particularly here, so we need to look around actually for a little bit. I wonder what this drawer is. You see that metal grate on top of the grill? They make it like that so the fat juices can drop off the meat while it cooks. Alright, gotcha. So the area around the plate opens up. No, you can't. I already checked. It's sealed shut. I think that's where the coal goes. Okay, so we can't use it for that. Alright, we need to use something here. Something here to sharpen the knife with. Got a coat here. An iron oven. An iron oven. Getting his voice is gonna be really difficult. Sorry about that. Looks pretty heavy duty. It's probably industrial quality, but you could cook anything with this. Anyway, let's have a look inside. Damn, I knew it. It's locked. Probably have to get the coal from the meat or something. All I've got here is a pot and frying pan. Oh, and a pressure cooker. I guess we could use some of these as weapons. What kind of an idiot are you? You gonna run around holding that thing while you're looking for the dead? Hey man, it was a joke. Why so serious? Well then, got some bottles of seasoning here. Okay, we need to look for a way to sharpen the we have to sharpen our knife somehow. What can we use here then? Use that over there? No, we cannot. There's nothing really over here that we can really use, I don't think. Oh, whetstone! That's gonna be useful! Maybe I'll just use the whetstone to sharpen the knife. The blade of the knife is getting sharper by the second. Should be able to cut something pretty good with this. There we go, there we go. Also, what's in here? A sink. It's still got water in it. There's a couple of plates in there, but I don't think they're gonna help us much. Never mind then. Let's go over here and actually cut the meat real quick. Alright, now that I sharpened the knife. Yes, I cut the pork. Awesome, Junpei. Now we can cut the paper. C plus 10 plus F. Pork note. Anything behind it? Okay, C plus 10 plus F. C plus 10 plus F. Huh. C plus 10 plus F. C plus 10 plus F. Interesting. I go look at this note again. There's a voucher at the end of the counter. The voucher doesn't match the number of the plates on the table. It says appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F on the voucher. And the plates on the table are 9 appetizer, 16 meat, 10 soup, 15 seafood. I have the using hexadecimal here. And hexadecimal is... It's a number system that goes 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11. You're familiar with the base 10, right? That's a normal system of numbers. The base 10 equivalent is hexadecimal numbers will go like this. A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D 13, E 14, F 15. And 10 is 16. 10 becomes 6 in base 10. I know it sounds strange, but can you think of it as just 6 letters added on a normal number system after 9? A10, B11, C12, D13, E14, F15, 10 is 16, and so on. Okay, so if it's C plus 10 plus F, that means it's 12 plus 16 plus 15. 12 plus 16 plus 15, I need a pen. I have a pen and I have a paper. Wonderful. I go and actually write it down here. So it's C plus 10 plus F, right? Yeah, I think so. C plus 10 plus F. F, there we go. So then it should be a 12 plus 16 plus 15. We might have to look up a digital root of it, but we'll see how that works out for us. I think I get it. Okay, so if that's the case, we only got the pork note to work off of, C plus 10 plus F. Alright. The 9 plates for appetizers. And that is even in hexadecimal and decimal. The 10 soup plates. 10 is A in hexadecimal. 15 of these seafood plates. It says F on the voucher. Okay. 16 meat plates. 16 is written as 10 in hexadecimal. That is nuts. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Clear and enter. Okay, I think what we have to do is actually enter the digital root. I think that's what we have to do here. So 12. Let's do plus 16. Plus 15. Let's do just a regular equation here. 43 or 7. Oh, wrong thing. It's probably what you're supposed to use to enter the password. Maybe if you put it in the right number, it will open the oven door. Junpei, maybe the note you found earlier. Yeah, I know. You know how to enter those numbers? I think E is for enter and C is for clearing. So basically, when I'm ready to submit my answer, I press E. So if I screw up, I just press C, right? Lotus nodded. Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's see, 7? Nope, 43. Hey, look at that. Sounds like a medal's falling. Well, I guess I went well. Let's get inside this thing then. Yeah, the door opened. Good job, Junpei. What have we got here? Saturn key card. Hello. Neat. Very neat. Is it over here? Yes. I think it's unlocked now. You did it, Junpei. Let's get out of here. Yes. Let's go. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah, we did it. Oh, I feel so good. You found it. I did. We certainly did. Oh, this is so good. This is too good. This is so good.